And depending on where you went to school, you would go out to fields and learn how to take apart guns. You're doing mines. You're basically being prepared to be sent to war.
Right.
Right.
Like a child soldier.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Wow.
And, everyone had some sort of experience with that. Again, depending on where you were at. Right. Now, that also was affected by what family you were from and how you got treated. Also, where you went to school. If you were in a big, huge metropolitan area, some areas didn't have to experience that as much. Now, that had to do with the military training. When it comes to the indoctrination part of it, of the psychological, that was in pretty much every school because it became part of the curriculum.
Wow.
So when people talking about child indoctrination psychologically and ideologically, that was pretty much all across the board.
Yeah.
Child soldier depended on where you were at and how embedded those people were in that community.
So basically the rich kids weren't out there in minefields.
Depends.
Yeah.
Depends if there were rich kids that were pro this type of, but typically those rich kids would be part of the movement, but they would be kind of held back in more of a supervisory position. So they wouldn't be out like in the minefield. They would be kind of like, oh, we'll make sure everybody else is ready to go.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It really depended on your status.
Right.
Grooming
you to be a boss instead of a foot soldier.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's crazy. Some point in time, you end up coming back to America.
I did.
And just so, I think we kind of skipped over this. I mean, you were born in San Antonio.
Yeah, that's right.
And you moved to Iran when you were
like 3-4 months old. Yeah.
So you live in Iran pre-revolution. Everything's great. It's a great life. The revolution happens. It sucks now, right? You're out there with a knife digging through a minefield, right? And I'm sure your mom is concerned about your safety at some point.
Of course. Yeah.
And so you want to tell us how you ended up getting over here?
So because I was born here, because my parents came here in the late 60s, I was born here, so obviously I'm a U.S. citizen, right? So I have to apply for my passport through the Swiss embassy in Tehran, because the U.S. didn't have an embassy, obviously, because, 1979, they took all the Americans hostage.
Yeah.
So imagine the United States, the people of the United States, the first time they hear about Iran is 400-something hostages being held in Tehran.
Right.
Right? So that's going to play a role later on when I come to the United States and I move to Alabama, of all places. Okay? Talk about a culture shock. So, anyway,